Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremayne. Today I'm going to be giving your coming and goings, and this time is just a going. General Hospital has lost an actor, and it's going to make a lot of people upset, but the reason why he's leaving is very understandable. So before we move any more forward, please go ahead and hit that like button so YouTube knows the channel. For soap fans, also we have a membership where you get exclusive access to videos, spoilers up to 2 weeks in advance. I'm putting like 5 videos tonight, including this one, into the membership first because you get early access to videos when you're a member. And we also have that subscription. Just click on that subscription so that you can get this information as soon as I drop it on the channel. But now we got to go into the sad news of Sean Blakemore, who has decided to leave General Hospital. He was not fired. He decided to leave. He now has other obligations. And the truth is, they don't care about Sean. They threw his butt in jail for years for something he didn't do. Nicholas did it. He was in jail for something he didn't do, and fans begged, pleaded, cried, wrote in, all over social media, saying, "Where's Sean? When is Sean coming back?" And the show's answer was, but we finally got Sean back, and then he was in jail with Alexis and. Which was weird because it was like the men and the women were in the jail together. But that usually doesn't happen because of what, could potentially happen between men and women who, haven't had contact with the outside world. And, things happen. How things happen with COs, which stands for correction officers. So female correction officers, even here in Baltimore, there was one person who was on the news because he got like 4 COs pregnant. So yeah, sometimes, things do happen. And so it was just kind of ludicrous to have Sean and Alexis just in jail together. But anyway, once they got out of jail, people were like, they had a brief romance years ago. We want to see this continue. We want Sean and Alexis. I was the only person probably in the corner going, I don't want Sean and Alexis because they don't know what to do with interracial couples. I don't want TJ and Molly part 2. So then we found out that there was possibly a love triangle going to be happening because in the fall preview it revealed that Alexis would develop feelings for Harmony. So she would be in a love triangle with Harmony and Sean. And he barely got any screen time. How can you develop a love story between two people who are rarely on camera together? And when they are on camera together, it's not romantic. There's not a whole bunch of sexual tension. They really didn't move forward in their relationship. And I'm like, yeah, this is TJ and Molly all over again, where TJ and Molly are rarely on the show at the same time. Molly would be on the show and she would be with her sisters or her mother, and then TJ would be with, Curtis or, his grandfather or whoever. And then sometimes they might be in a scene together. I mean, hell, they didn't even give these characters a real wedding. That's how much they cared about these characters. Even when Molly cheated on TJ, he forgave her like that. And it was just like, these moved on. You screwed my buddy, but okay. We don't want to write any more feelings and emotions to these characters, so, he's just good with it. So watching the Sean and Alexis story developing, I was like, this isn't good. I almost forgot he was on the show sometimes. That's how much I didn't see Sean on the show doing anything significant. When he was on the show, he wasn't doing anything significant. And so I can 100% understand why Sean left the show. He was not fired. He said that in the tweet. He's like, I was not fired. It was my choice to leave. If you're on it, if this is like Bold and Beautiful, if they don't give you nothing to do, then why are you there? So this comes at a terrible time because while people were pushing for, Sean and Alexis, because they don't really write for interracial couples, just like they don't write for gay couples, like, they just don't. That's why we don't see Sonny's other daughter, because they made her bi, but for diversity reasons and diversity points, they won't put her back with a man, because they want to be able to say, hey, we have a lesbian on the show, even though we never show her. And she didn't, she just, showed up for like maybe her grandfather's funeral, her father when he was supposed to be dead, and when he came back. But then we put her back away. She's not bartending or nothing, or. So in Terry, it took him 2 years for Terry to have a date. And they put her with Chet, who is not on contract, and we may or may not see this develop any further. Time will tell, fingers crossed, but Terry's been on the show for at least 2 years, and so the show gets to say, hey, we got a trans person. We don't do nothing with that trans person, but hey, diversity. But this comes at a really bad time because they recasted Jordan Ashford, and she will be on the show starting in March. And Jordan and Sean used to date. They got a son together. This is the perfect time for Sean to have a real storyline, not with Alexis, with New Jordan, who's hot as hell. She's very sexy, okay? Look at my coming and going video. You'll see. I put a couple pictures up there because she's got, all her pictures. She's like a supermodel. All her pictures are great. And with Curtis moving forward with Portia, it would have been great to see Curtis being jealous of Jordan coming back, and then here's Sean. You could have that rivalry. That makes more sense because Sean rarely saw his son who's on the show, TJ, who's, whatever. TJ spent more scenes with Curtis than he did his own father. So this is what I mean by what a lot of us fans who want diversity is like, we want you to write for the characters that are diverse, not just Carly and Sonny and Nina and a few other people. Hell, they ain't even really know I'm Elizabeth, but still, let's go up the chain. And we had this stupid story with Curtis, whose father just suddenly came back, who refused to tell him while he was gone, and then we know danger's approaching. Why are they dragging that out? Why isn't the storyline moving forward? So Sean really didn't have a place on the show anymore, because if they weren't going to write for him and Alexis, what was the point? If they weren't going to write for him, New Jordan, Portia, hell, Portia could have been attracted to Sean when he got out of jail, and they're wasted Sean Blakemore's talent. The man has been nominated for an Emmy twice. Once in 2012, both for General Hospital, and then in 2016 he was nominated again and he won. So not only is he an Emmy-winning actor who is good-looking, he's very muscular. Not that, like we saw Chase with his shirt off, and I think Dante in the shower, or something like that, or maybe I got it reversed. But Sean is really muscular, so why aren't we seeing Sean too? Daytime television is known for its eye candy, and then you keep your eye candy shirt on. Why? Why him? I can understand why some of the other actors, because some didn't stay in shape, but still, I can understand why Sean Blakemore had enough and he decided to leave General Hospital. I don't know his specific reason. I don't know if he got a project that he wanted to do. I don't know if it's a family reason. But I do know if he probably had a strong storyline that could get him nominated for another Emmy, he'd still be there. So that's it. I'm just trying to use a little logic as to why he chose to quit. But if you're an actor and they're not giving you anything to do, you quit and you move on to something, so to a project that's going to give you something to do. So that's it. Let me know what you think about Sean Blakemore's leaving General Hospital. Let me know if you are happy, sad, if you understand why he would want to leave. And do you think that he should have had a triangle with Alexis and what's her name, Harmony? Or did it make more sense for him to have a love quadrangle with the mother of his child, her technically still husband, and his side piece, who he probably has a daughter with, Trina, who doesn't know that that's her father. Another storyline they've been dragging. We all as fans know that's her father. That's her real father. We know that. That's Curtis and Portia. My prediction will get together. They'll be really happy, and then the Trina secret comes out, and then it blows up their relationship. Because it's a soap opera and that's what they always do. But for some reason, they've decided to push all the other storylines forward, except for Elizabeth's. And, because I don't know why the show has an issue with not giving Elizabeth enough to do. But she's sort of been thrown in a category with the trans, the lesbians, the bis, the blacks, the Asians. She's just sort of like in that part of General Hospital. The rest of General Hospital is moving forward. Aside from one more storyline, who Nina's daughter is. We know it's Nell, but does she have twins? Was it also Willow? So we're getting that storyline dragged out again. But thanks for watching. That's all I have to say on Sean Blakemore. I'm now eager to see what your take is on why he quit. Thanks for watching.